So Dead Rising Remaster comes out in about 4 or 5 hours. I plan on getting it. I'm excited for it. I've never really, other than a couple of minutes, like a demo or something, played the first one or any of the series. So I'm excited. It's sitting at an 85 on Metacritic. I want to play it. I was talking about this on the show yesterday, and I had a number of people saying, well, I'm not buying it because it's censored. And I just wanted to talk about that a little bit, just because I'm not entirely sure I understand their position. And if you don't know, my understanding is some of the stuff that's upset people about the censorship is, I don't know why I'm wearing the hat. It's kind of cold in San Diego. I don't know why. But is I guess Frank West, the main character, would get rewards or get acknowledgments, as he has a camera. He's a photojournalist for taking kind of panty shots and erotic shots of the women in the game. He still gets bonuses and stuff for taking shots of like gore shots and, collecting images of, certain like visual scavenger hunts. But the erotic pictures are no longer acknowledged. That has upset some people, I guess, especially as it relates to his character, because he's kind of a shithead to begin with, I guess. But also, I guess there's a Vietnam vet who is now sort of war-washed. I made that up. I don't know if that makes any sense. But it's no longer Vietnam. He doesn't say Viet Cong. He's just kind of a crazy vet of some non-named war. I don't know the game well enough to defend any of those choices. But what I will say that strikes me as odd is when people say they're censoring it, and I'm like, okay, if Capcom took the originals and made those unavailable because they found old school things, kind of like Disney did with Song of the South, they found old school things offensive or problematic for today's audiences, I would say that's unfortunate. The best thing they should do, in my opinion, is what the solve has been for a lot of other companies, which is to put a card at the beginning and say, this is a game of its time. We don't support everything in it, but we wanted to bring it to you as a reflection of that, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. But if you're going to put something out and call it a remaster, the whole point of the remaster, it's like if you're going to complain it's being censored, then you also need to complain that the graphics have been updated, because that's censoring. It's changing, right? It's adding quality of life features. It's adding a better, more rich soundtrack or sound design in the game. Isn't that fundamentally, you're not getting the original? There are people in modern day Capcom who are making choices for you about what they think is appropriate for this game. So it's one thing to say, I don't like their choices. That's a total fair argument. But if you're going to say, I don't like it because it's censored, I mean, then just go play the original, because anything in a remaster is censored. I mean, the whole reason they're re-releasing it is they think the core essence of the game is compelling enough that if they just kind of make it for more modern audiences, they'll be good to go. People have said to me they're not going to buy it because it's censored. And I guess that's fair. I mean, it's totally fair. Do what you want with your money. But I mean, I don't have a problem with any of the stuff that I understand they've taken out. I don't care if Frank West wants to be a perv. You're not being forced to go around and take the pervy shots. And even if you are, that's the game. But I guess Capcom, I don't know. But it's a different issue, right? It's a different argument. It's an argument about, would you have changed that, right? We're already agreeing you'll change some stuff and be okay with it. You'll change the graphics. You'll change the sound. You'll change the control. But would you have changed that stuff? The only thing that's a little weird is if you are actually getting gameplay advantages from taking all these shots, and some of them are gore shots, some of them are scavenger hunt shots, and some of them are indeed the perv shots, then maybe Capcom is like, it's hard for us to defend the idea that if you want to get really good at the game or be the best you can be at this game, you need to role play as a pervy dude. I don't have a problem with the game doing that and saying, hey, you want to win? Be a fucking perv. That's the world we're in. P. Diddy lived high on the hog for a long time until yesterday. So, I don't have a problem with games doing that. But I do wonder, perhaps, if Capcom might be like, we're too big of a company. We're not making a little small indie game, and we're not making statement games. We want to sell shit. And And that's the same as it ever was for Capcom. They've always been in the market of making great stuff, but also being a business. So I don't know. I'm buying it. I might be streaming it. It's a different topic, but I definitely will buy it and play it. And I'm excited to talk about it. It looks great. Super jazzed. Am I right? This is an 85. I don't want to spin you wrong. I'm thinking, was I looking at something different? No, it's an 85. But is that the original? Okay, hang on. Let's get serious, fellas. I don't want to lie to you. The original is on the 360s in 85. That was my bad. Let's do it again. Dead Rising. Okay, well, close enough. Your Papa Jaffe's not going to spin you wrong. 83 is what they're saying. So a good remaster should preserve the original game while shining it for modern audience. In this case, I could have used a few more mechanical upgrades. This is a 70. I appreciate the different control schemes. Certain moves and skills still feel floaty. This is the superlative way to play this game, though. But honestly, it's still the weakest entry in the series. Yeah, it'll be my first one, so I'm looking forward to it. Let me know if you're going to play it. Maybe I'll see you online. We'll play. Well, not online. I don't think it's an online game, but maybe I'll be streaming it. We'll see. Anyway, be well, be safe. Let me know what your take is on this. I'm curiosio. It's a spell. Shut up. I don't know why I'm wearing the hat. I don't know. I kind of like it now. I like hats. Look at this. It doesn't matter. I was going to put on the glasses. I wore this for some Twisted Metal thing, for a Twisted Metal RPG thing. But I like it. But these glasses are intense. Like, everything is super fucking red. You know, like, you can't function this way. You can't function this way. I mean,